Hello, everyone. I'm here to say hi. This is our weekly live. It is Thursday at 2:02. I was just a couple minutes late. I actually think I figured out the problem of trying to figure out how to get my camera to focus. So I think, crossing my fingers, it works. So every week we do this live. And what we do is we talk about new products that have come into our store, things that are going with Dancing Bear, and we also talk about something you can learn. So this week we're going to talk about some new products, and we're going to talk about needles. We're going to talk about how to decide needles. So it's kind of cool, right? Decide which needles you need to use. So the items that I'm going to show you that are for sale on our live are eligible for a 15% discount. So if you want to purchase any of those, all I need to do is holler sold and give me a description of what is sold, and I will get back to you, or one of my employees will get back to you with an invoice so we can send it to you or prepare it for pickup and prepare for payment. So, anyway, so this week we've been working on adding new items to the website pictures. I had about 100 pictures that I just put onto the website. So I took new pictures of a whole bunch of items, and I'm working on adding a whole bunch of the chain. I don't know if you guys know this, but we have probably over 50 different chains in our store. So that's really good for jewelry making, etc. So we're really going to be focusing on working on our pictures and our updates for our website on findings and chains. So that's something to look forward to going forward coming up. All right. So I want to first show you, we did some bead sets. So let me see. Make sure to comment if you want to let me know who's here. I cannot tell. It just says I have 8 viewers right now. So if you, oh, Janessa's there. Hi, Janessa. So we have our friends that come and check in on us. So we'd love for you to just holler and say hi. I can actually see the comments. So like right now, watch this. This is fun. See, I can post. Look, Janessa said good afternoon. So it's pretty cool. And then, of course, remember we have our craft night tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. And we have our late night craft talk show starting at 10 p.m. tomorrow. We do have a 10-minute start intro so that we can get people to share our live feed before the show starts. Hi, Tammy. So anyway, let's get started. I have some cool new bead sets. People love our bead sets. So what we are doing is we're trying to come up with things that people like. And so here we go. We're going to do this. Let's see here. This is our first bead set. We call this our fire color set. It actually, let's see. This is, so that's our fire set, and let me copy and paste the information in there. Let's see here. It's the fire color set. And I'm going to show this one. Okay, so this is our fire color set. These are all Japanese seed beads. The set is $25 and it's eligible for a 15% discount, which is a great deal. These ones are all Japanese seed beads. We sell these colors like crazy, and we thought people would probably like this kind of assortment. So it's really good. It has like a good, you can see that it has a really good variegation. So it's very pretty. It's like starts with maroon, red, orange, light orange, dark yellow, light yellow, and butter. So we like to name them all. So I don't know if you guys know this, but we do name all of our sets and all of our colors ourselves. Our suppliers do not put those colors on that. Okay, Janessa, let me take a note of that. So we got a note of Janessa's buying fire color set. And so it's pretty cool. We have this, you know, so these have been very popular on our Etsy shop. And also we sell them really well at when we go to Saboba to their per cat. People love the kits that we have. Okay. All right. So the next set that we have is, let me get the thing ready. This is actually a cool set. It's called the Brown Tones. Okay, let me post this thing first. And this is the Brown Tone set. It is actually really pretty. It has dark brown, brick red, medium brown. It has what we call this one beige luster. It comes with an, let's see. Hold on, let me move the thing down so I can see what the names of these are. So it has a tan, and then it has a bone and an eggshell luster, and so it's really a pretty combination. This set is $34.25, and it has 9 colors. I think that this probably looks the best way. You can see the colors. So it's really cool. Our sets, people love them. So like I said, we started building up our sets so that you can see the different colors. We have over, God, we probably have over 500 colors of Japanese seed beads. But people love these. It's always nice to have lots of colors because when you're doing your sets or when you're doing your projects, you actually can mix and match things together. So it's pretty cool. So this set, remember, if you're purchasing today during our live feed, it's 15% off. So make sure to holler sold and give me a description of what you're trying to buy, and we'll get back to you after the live feed. Okay, so the next set that we're going to show, we call it Grayscale, and it has 8 colors in it. This is the information for it. And this is the tube set. It's really pretty. It's almost like a film noir look. You know, you have all of the different colors of grays and brown and blacks. So here. So this one, it's really pretty. There are 8 colors in here. It's $26 for the set. So it's really a nice combination. Sorry if there's a reflection of light. It's really difficult to get the light situation to be good here. So, but it's really nice. It's always nice, like I said, to have the variegation so that you can actually put these together. Okay. Another thing that we've done in the past that's been a lot of fun is, let me see and make sure I have all these sets. Okay, so this is a fun thing that we've done in our store. So we have these mixed tube beads, which is a lot of fun. These make great stocking stuffers, basket stuffers, gifts. And they're also nice for, like, say if someone wants to start beading and they want just an small assortment of beads. These are really great for that. The prices for these, shoot, I don't have the prices. Of course, I don't have the price. Okay, let me see here really quick. Let me get the price for you. Of course, it makes it difficult when I didn't get this information in advance. Okay, let's see. Tube. Maybe it's, oh, here it is. Okay, they're called layer tubes. They're $6 a tube, I believe. Let me just make sure. Yes, they're $6 a tube. Okay, so these are actually really fun. Okay, I'm going to show you the first one. I'm going to put them by the description of what they are. Okay, so the first one, this one is $6. So yes, So in these, okay, so in Janessa, to answer your question, so in this group, it's an opaque and luster mix. So like in the black, for example, this one is our standard opaque. This is a standard opaque, 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 opaque. These three here are lusters. So it's kind of cool because you're going to get the assortment of colors and then you're getting the luster in there. So it kind of can either accentuate or it can, you know, make a bead color stand out. So I hope that helps. Okay, and if you guys want to see the beads pop up again, okay, so here's the spring mix tube. Oh, in the mix tubes. Okay, so hold on a second. So this one. So this is the spring mix tube. These ones are all, we keep them the same. So these ones here are all, they're considered opaque even though they might be coated. They're all the same. We keep them the same in these. When you get these sets where it's like the bag like this, we'll mix in the lusters and the mattes. Okay, so there's that one first. This one is called Spring Mix Opaque. Spring Opaque Mix, and it's $6 a tube. Okay, and so then the next one. Okay. And so the next one is going to be this one. And this is the matte, this is the luster mix. So it's like a candy pink, an orange, a yellow, a robin's egg blue, a light, like maybe like a sky blue, or maybe like a dark turquoise, and a purple. They're really fun, like I said, because you can get a bunch of different colors for $6, which is really fun. Okay, and I'll get the next one ready. The next one is the Spring Matte Mix. And that one is this one here. So this is the Spring Matte Mix. Yes, these are all opaque. I mean, these are all matte. So not shiny at all. I don't know if you can tell. The colors are really Easter candy inspired. That's the colors that we pick. So if the colors don't look too Eastery, and these three that I've shown you, they're super Eastery. I don't know if it may be hard to tell on the camera, but they are all very much Easter colors. Okay. So we have that one. Okay. The next one that we're going to show you guys is, and remember, all of these right now are 15% off. They're normally $6. So $6 would sit, let me see. Let me figure out what the price would be. If I was doing $6 times 15%. So these would be $5.10 a tube versus $6. Okay. And the very next one that we have coming up is this one, which is the Neon Matte. This is the Neon Matte Mix. These are all neon colors. They're matte. What's nice about these is that the matte actually kind of makes them glow. They just really pop. So I don't know if you can really tell in this picture, but it is for sure neon. Oh, Neon Matte Mix, $6. Okay. The next one that we're going to have is a Opaque Matte. Okay. Okay, this is the Opaque Matte beads. So this one is just your standard red, orange, yellow, turquoise green, royal blue, and purple. Very standard colors, really great for everyone. Mattes are very popular. We've been selling mattes like crazy. So we just really have been pushing mattes. Okay. So Janessa wants the matte opaque mix. Okay. All right. So really really cool stuff. All right. So the next things I wanted to show you is that we have, I don't know if you guys know this, but we have actually, let me set this up for the next one. Let's see, remove. Hi. So I wanted to show you, I don't know if you guys have followed us or know that we try to support Native businesses. We actually just got in a fresh order of soaps from Shema of Navajo land. And I've known Paula for a long time through her mother. And she started this business, and it's really great. It supports the local business, supports the local, it supports the local people that live in Arizona in Fort Defiance, which is a Navajo reservation. So it's kind of cool. It's supporting all the people there. It's supporting a church and a small family business. So I just think that's wonderful, and I love their product. This is actually the here. Let me change to this one. This is actually one of my favorite smells. It's called Prickly Pear. And all of their product is actually made with really natural soap, let me take off that opaque mix. Oh, no. They're all made with really natural ingredients. I'm very, very allergic to soaps. And so I was really excited because I actually was able to use these soaps. So it just made me feel really happy that we could share a product at our store that people can use. Has no harsh chemicals in it, very natural ingredients. I have allergies, so for me, I can use these products, which makes me really happy. And it supports the people in Fort Defiance. So it's kind of a cool thing. It's made on the Navajo reservation. They are $8.50 a soap bar, and they are 15% off. They smell wonderful. This is one of my favorite scents. I really love this one. It has a very kind of sweet, fruity smell. There's others that we have are even more. So if like we have a few more options here. Okay, Janessa wants prickly pear. So, all right, I'm going to show you guys the next one that we have. This one is called Grandmother Mountain. I really love how the soaps are swirly. Like they actually have, like you can see here, there's like a texture. They're really beautiful soaps. And I was instructed by Paula to leave them in the corn husk because it allows the soap to dry between uses. And then what happens is it basically becomes like a holder for the soap, which I'm like, that's cool. So this is Grandmother Mountain. It's really a pretty soap. Has a very mild, little bit lavendery. To me, it smells a little lavendery. It smells so good. I love these soaps. They're so good, and like I said, I love the fact that they're supporting people on the reservation. So, okay. So this one is the Grandmother Mountain. The next one that we have is called Clear Sky. And this is for people that want to use the soaps, but they're very unsure, or they're maybe more allergic. So then this is the soaps that are there's no scent in it, and so basically it's it's a it's a very clean soap. So it's very simple, like simple ingredients. Of course, the ingredients for this, like most of these, olive oil, olive, coconut, palm, shea, and castor oils, and natural clays. I mean, that's really a simple, but it's a great soap, like I said, and it is supporting a small business, small native business in the Navajo Reservation in Arizona. So, okay, so here's Clear Sky. We have 3 more scents. I'm just going to show you this one. Okay, so this one here. This is the blue corn. Blue corn is really pop. We sell this one really well at our store. It has, let's see here. Okay, blue corn. It has a little bit more of a minty smell to it. It has olive, coconut, palm, shea, castor oils, natural clays, blue cornmeal, juniper ash, sage essential oils, and sunflowers. They're really great. Oh, you can see through on mine because it's green screen. Okay, I have one down for Janessa, but they're really great. Let's see, blue corn. It's a wonderful soap. I love this stuff. See the next one. So the person that said Facebook user, if you could do me a favor and you can approve your name to be used through the feed, then I can actually acknowledge who said thank you, Savea. I can't tell who actually is saying thank you right now. So just let you know. Okay. So I'm going to go to the next soap smell. Like I said, I love this product. We've been selling it for a few years now in our store. And I really love, like I said, I really love that we're supporting that business. And the soaps are really wonderful. Okay, so this is the next one. It's called Navajo Tea. This is actually one of my favorite smells besides prickly pear. It actually has like a kind of a citrusy smell to it. So it's like a lemon citrus smell. And I'm not sure if that's the smell of Navajo tea because I've never had it, but I've never tried it. Oh, it's so good. It has such a nice, it smells, it kind of reminds me of lemon, and I don't know. It's so good. So this one, it says, see, it's the ingredients: olive, coconut, palm, shea, and castor oils, natural clays, Navajo tea, honey, sunflowers, and lemon essential oil. So it, like I said, all good stuff inside, great soap products. This is one of my favorite scents. It's such a nice one. Okay, and then we have this, which is the Mint Clan. That's the next one coming up. Okay, to Navajo Tea. Okay, got that down. Okay, the very next one is Mint Clan. And this one, it's very minty. And some people, if they're unsure about what soap they might like, people do often defer to getting the Mint Clan one. It is a nice minty smell, and yeah, it has eucalyptus oil for sure. No? Yeah. Okay, the ingredients are olive, coconut, palm, shea, and castor oils, natural clays, eucalyptus, mints, and sage essential oils, and rub sage. Oh, it smells good. Definitely can smell the eucalyptus oil in here. It smells really good. It disappears entirely because it's green. Sorry. I think the things that entertain me sometimes. Okay. So I'm going to show you the next one. So the other thing that we have with this soap company is they have these things called Rustic Cuts. And what it is basically is, when they're making these soaps, they have ends off the soap logs that they make. So there's a whole bunch of them. And they're just really a whole bunch of assortment of this different scents that they have. These ones are $5 each. So it's a really good deal because if you wanted to just get an assortment of little soaps, you can actually here's some Rustic Cuts. So you can actually get an assortment of the different scents in one bundle. And we have a whole bunch of different ones. They're all just different. They're all different. So I mean, it's just, we always say, if you want to try it, we just throw one in there for you. But they're $5. So, and it's almost equivalent to one bar of soap. So it may be a little bit larger, but it's cool because, like I said, for $5 you get a little bit more soap and you can try the different scents. Okay, so that is the that's conclusion of the sale portion of our show. So what I wanted to talk about with you guys today was needles, because I have a lot of people asking me all the time what kind of needles that they need for their what kind of needles do they need for their beadwork. And I just wanted to talk about a couple of there's two suppliers that we buy from, or two suppliers that make needles that we buy a lot of. And there's two brands. So there's a company called John James. Most people recognize these packages, the yellow and black packages, as John James needles. They're English needles. The quality of them have gone down a bit, but at the same time, you know, you do get 25 in a package. We do sell them in smaller packs where you can just get a couple at a time. We have them in, John James makes beading needles, they make sharps, and they make lovers needles. And the beading needles, so basically I want to show you the difference between the different needles, because some people don't know. So the beading needles are really long needles. So you can see right there in my hand, I have a package with really long needles. Those are beading needles, okay? And then these are considered sharps. So if you look here, see how there's a short, they're short compared to the others. Like, look how short they are. So this one's about 2 inches. This one's about 1.25 inches. I'm just giving you a rough estimate of size. So if you look at the two, it's definitely a different size range, right? So people that are using the short needles, it sometimes comes down to preference. So sometimes when you're doing an applique, you just want a short needle because you just want like enough, you want to just have enough where you can just kind of wrap stitch, like so for lazy stitch or for applique, you may prefer the short needles. The beading needle, I prefer beading needles for bead weaving, which they're the longer needle. But you definitely could use the long needles for applique or loom work or lazy stitch, but it just depends because some people prefer the shorter needle. Okay. And that's just something to hi, Caroline. That's just something that some people don't, know about these. Okay. The third needle that they've come out with is actually a Glover's. So I don't know if you can see here, the tip of the needle is actually like a knife point. The knife point, you can see, I think the tip, let's see right here. Right here's the tip. So it actually has like a knife point. So whenever you're using the Glover's needles and you're pulling them out of leather, you want to make sure that you use like a piece of leather to pull the needle out, because you can cut your fingers, like have micro cuts on your fingers and not even realize it. And then your fingertips get sensitive because they have a bunch of cuts on them. So definitely when you're using the Glover needles and you're pulling the needle out, either use a plier to pull it out, or you can use a piece of leather or like a buckskin scrap and just kind of pull it out. I definitely suggest using that when you're using the Glover needles. Okay. So now the other thing people ask me is size. What size needles do they need? Okay. There's so many different sizes of needles like you have here. This is a 13 sharp equivalent. You have here, this is a 15. This is a 13. I mean, you're like, what size do I need? A 10? This is an 11. I mean, what size? So generally the beads, especially when you're working with check beads tend to have smaller holes. So you definitely want to use the bead according to the size of the needle. So if you're using a size 11 needle, you could actually use a size 11 bead. You can use the size 10 bead. If you're using a size 13 needle, you could use the size 13 needle, and then sometimes you can go up or down, just depends on the hole of the bead. But generally, when you're working with beads, you want to stick with the same number that's on your needle as your bead size, okay? But Japanese seed beads are an exception because they have a large hole, okay? And they're bigger. So even though the Japanese beads say they're size 11, they're not a size 11. So according to check, these green screen, okay, these maybe will work better. According to these, right, the Japanese seed beads, the beads holes are a little bigger. So they also, okay, and then I always tell people, okay, imagine donuts. Who doesn't love donuts, right? So you look at your cake donuts, which are a little smushed, and you looked at your raised donuts and they're a little taller, right? So I always tell people to think of check seed beads as like a cake donut and think of a Japanese seed bead like a raised donut because it's a different shape. And then it's almost one size up from check. So the Japanese 11s is almost equivalent to a check 10. And same thing with the check 15 or the Japanese 15s. The Japanese 15s versus the check 15s. The check 15s are much more small. So an equivalent to a Japanese Japanese 15 would be a check 13. So those ones can be very much mixed together just because they're approximately the same size. I hope that helps. The other thing I wanted to talk about, there's another brand that we sell. We sell a brand called Tulip, and it's actually a really cool company. They are based in Japan, and they are made, all of the needles are made in Japan. So that's really cool, actually. We have, and so these are the different bead needles that come in. These ones here, the 10 through 11, these are all $5.95. That's the actual price of these on our website. I believe that is the ultimate lowest price that we have them. Because the regular price you can see here is actually $9.95, but we do mark them at all four of these at $5.95 on sale on our website. So these ones are actually, you get less needles for the price, but your needles are really strong, like they don't bend. So that's the thing about these guys here, these John James needles. Everyone complains that they bend after using them for so long. They start to just like bend. And it's just such a bummer because you're like, oh, bending, right? But these actually, they're less. So it's like if you're buying 25 pieces for like just, and you're only in 3, you're going to get a difference, right? But the Japanese needles, these are actually made in Japan, and they're much harder metal, so they don't bend. I actually had one of our instructors actually say, wow, my needle isn't bent. And I had just beaded a whole little needle case. He did a peyote stitch on the whole needle case, and he was surprised that it was not bent like he thought it would be. So with that said, this is our live for today. We had some really cool stuff. I'm going to do a quick run through so you guys can see it, what I had, just in case there's anyone that wants to purchase anything. So we have, remember, it's 15% off all of our items here that we showed today. We should highlight today, okay? So we have this one here. You like the Tulip Beading 11? Okay. So those ones, just so you know, those ones are $5.95. See, Tulip 11. Okay. So these ones here, let me scroll to that note here. Let's see. This one is called the grayscale. This is the grayscale set for $26. These are 15% off. Okay. There's this one. This one here is called brown tones. And this one is $34.25. There are more beads in this set. The next set I have is the fire colors, and that is this set here. It's $25 for 7 colors. Okay. And then I wanted to show you the tubes we have. We have a spring mix tube. Spring Mix tube, opaque. So these ones are $6 a tube, but they are 15% off. Okay, so there's this one. And then there's the Spring Luster Mix. That one is right here. Okay. And the Spring Matte Mix. It's here. So these are all matte. Spring Matte Mix. Okay. And then we have the Neon Matte Mix. Neon Matte Mix. And then we have the Opaque Matte Mix. Okay. Let me check the comments that I have, see if there's any comments I have to reply to. Okay. And then I have the Shima soaps. So we're going to start with the first one. It's Prickly Pear. It's wonderful. One of my favorites. I love this one and Navajo Tea. The next one that I have is Grandmother Mountain, which that's this one here. These are all made on the Navajo Reservation in Arizona. This one is Clear Sky. These are all $8.50 each, and they get 15% off. And then I have Blue Corn. Whoop, I grabbed another Clear Sky. Blue Corn. Okay. The next one is Navajo Tea. And the next one is Mint Clan. And the assorted one, this is the assorted. There's a whole bunch of different slice offs of when they make the soap, they have a whole bunch of logs. So these are the leftover pieces. So it's kind of cool. You get a whole bunch for $5. So that is our show for this week. Make sure to join us. I mean, remember, we have craft night tonight at 6 p.m. We would love for you to join us. 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific. Everyone's welcome. It is via Zoom, so you can join us from wherever you are. On top of that, on Friday, we have our show Late Night Craft Talk, and we were going to be talking about getting outside of your comfort zone. So that was kind of our theme for this week, because we felt that James was going on a expedition with a bunch of kids, and they are learning how to go to a place and exist in an environment that's not necessarily home. It's out in the wilderness, so they're learning how to do stuff. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Please feel free to like and subscribe our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And every week at 2 p.m. we do our update of our store, updated new products, and I'm trying to show you something or teach you something extra that you might not know about. And so anyway, bye. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.